7:02 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Rodney, we've seen a lot of these teams, high school football these days, running the wing T offense.
Yeah, that's a good offense to run for these young kids. It's not too complicated, and it has been a successful offense. So I think it's good that Coach Rob have installed this wing T.
Very hard to defend. A lot of motion, a lot of kids going in different directions. Hard to tell where you're going, where the ball is going to go.
It can be confusing to a defense.
Yep. So we're in the wing T, one back, quarterback keeper, and he's going to be very close to the first down. I think he's got it. Don't think we'll have to measure. They do give it to him. First down.
First down. And that was number 55, Casey Cobb, on the stop. He was shooting down from that left end over there and made a really good stop.
Yeah, defensively for the Spartans, we got 25, Jack Young. He's a linebacker. Maurice Collier is 34. And Mr. Matthews, number 45. That's your linebacking core.
That was Amari Jarrett on the carry, number 6 there.
Yeah, they got him caught up in the backfield. He's going to lose about 4 yards.
Ball carried by number 6, Amari Jarrett, brought down by number 35, Josh Anderson.
Going to bring up a second and around 12.
And that was Josh Anderson on the stop. That was another one of the players that Coach Glanton was really high on.
Yep. So we may get to see the first passing opportunity for New Manchester and Trey Wilson, junior quarterback. Double reverse fumble on the plate. And I'm afraid South Paulding has it.
South Paulding gets out of there with that ball.
It's like number 2. Kyla Hackett came up with the ball.
Well, that's another thing about the wing T. You got a lot of motion and multiple handoffs. That can cause some problems for you.
Yeah, running back was just too slow getting to that ball. Tried to get it to him and just laid it on the rug. Coach Cleveland's not going to be happy with that.
I don't know what they're going to do with 2 balls.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out which one they're going to use first of all. There we go.
Quarterback had a choice to make there.
Center did first.
Well,
all right.
he had one in front of the center and he had one in front of the guard.
Yep. All right, so we're going to figure it out here with 6:02 to go here in the first quarter. South Paulding with excellent field position, 23-yard line, first down after the New Manchester fumble.
And that give was to Josh Anderson. He plays offense as well.
Yeah, and if you notice, Rodney, I think they lined up in the old wishbone that time.
Yeah, the coach did indicate that they have a multiple offense there. Sometimes in the eye and sometimes they run that old traditional wishbone.
That was it, yep. Little team over in Alabama run that for quite some time.
Yeah, they did.
Yep, look at that wishbone.
Now, I would consider that a full backfield. What about you?
Absolutely. No matter what formation they line up in, they're going to give it to Jay Brown, that's for sure, number 7. But I'll tell you, that New Manchester front line, they're stopping that run. I mean, that's 2 straight runs, and they picked up 2 yards. I mean, they're doing a great job stuffing them.
And that's impressive. This is not an easy team to.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. Still in the wishbone.
Norman's back to pass. And
receiver's wide open, number 35. Hit him right in the,
Josh Anderson.
Right in the hands.
Just off the fingertips of old Josh Anderson out there.
All right, so we're going to see the field goal kicker here come in.
So New Manchester stiffens there on defense. That's great.
They've got 2 kickers.
This one is
it's like number 84.
Christian Sosa.
Christian Sosa. We'll talk a little bit about their extra point kicker, Miss Brittany. when she comes in a little later. They do have a female extra point kicker for South Paulding. This is going to be
The kick is away, and it is.
It's good.
Good.
There's a 39-yard field goal.
39-yard field goal. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, 3-play scoring drive, 39-yard field goal. Took a minute and 10 seconds.
Courtesy of a fumble by New Manchester.
Yeah, it could have been worse. I mean, we gave them the ball on the 22-yard line. We held them to a field goal, so feels like a victory.
This is something that happened last week. You know, Coach Rob, there was a lot of problems in the kicking game last week.
Yeah.
And Coach Rob felt like, you know, they would have been a little closer in that game if they didn't have those problems. So getting off to a start like this is just not good.
Well, I think the defense, you got to be encouraged by them. I mean, they held them there. They could have folded up tent and gave them 7 points, but they did hold them for a field goal. So, all right, so Mr. Sosa's going to kick it off for South Paulding with a 3-0 lead with 4 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Yeah, looks like Malik Thomas and Omari Jarrett back for New Manchester, waiting for the kickoff. Oh, he's got a strong leg. It's going to go to the 1-yard line. It's going to bring it back all the way up to the, and he just stops. Going to be a big crowd at the 16-yard line. That's where he's going to be brought down. So
yeah, that was Omari Jarrett on the return. He gets that ball out to about the 19-yard line. Let's say it's more like the 17. Excuse me.
He just ran into a crowd. I think his coach is giving him some guidance on the sidelines. All right, so Trey Wilson trots out to lead him once again, trying to get this offense rolling.
See if he can't get this thing untracked.
Still having trouble getting the ball in there, Rodney. There we got it.
You got number 11, DeMontez Fielder. He's spread way out there on the right side over there.
Yep, still in the wing tee. Put a man in motion. We got offsides on New Manchester. Going to back them up 5 more yards. So mistakes here early for the Jaguars, kind of putting them in a hole.
Yeah, that will put you in a hole if you can't get, you know, the fundamental, get the snap off, things of that nature. It can really cause you a lot of problems going forward.
Yep, we got the true freshman spread out to the left side.
Is that the phenom you was talking about?
That's him.
And that be Tabashi Thomas.
Yep. Got a toss sweep coming around. He's got a couple of yards, breaks a couple of tackles. That's number 22.
Malik Thomas.
Malik Thomas is going to pick up a first down. Picks up around 22 yards.
That was a great design on that play. You know, they got Malik coming around and tossed that ball to him, and he took that ball up for about a 14-yard gain.
All right, so New Manchester finally out from the shadow of their goalpost here. Another fumbled snap. Trey Wilson's going to pick it up, get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they seem to be having some problem with the center quarterback exchange there.
I agree.
Once they get that ironed out, maybe these guys will get going and give us a good ball game here tonight.
Yeah, the coaches said, you know, the offensive line's young, so I'm sure center may be an underclassman. First pass out to number 12. Good pass. Read immediately. That's number 35. That's old Josh Anderson again, playing both ways for South Paulding. So with 3 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the first quarter, got a 3rd and 7 for Jaguars.
Wilson's back to pass. He's being chased. He fumbled. Picked up by South Paulding.
Great defensive play once again by Josh Anderson. I mean, he saw that quarterback. He knocked it out of his hands perfectly. They recovered the fumble. It's going to give them great field position again, South Paulding.
At the Jaguar 25-yard line.
Yeah, Anderson, he really came off that corner hard. I guess that was a blitz.
Yep.
And Wilson never saw him.
No. So 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Spartans, leading 3-0 here. 2 minutes to go, straight up the middle, number 7.
And that was Joe Bowen on the carry.
Number 7, Jay Bowen. Brought down by number 68, Craig Jenkins. 2nd and 2 for the Spartans.
Give to the fullback straight up the middle. He's going to get the first down.
35, Josh Anderson on the carry.
And he was drugged out.
Number 71, Javier Brown. First down.
Mondarius Wright, he was in on that tackle as well. Number 44.
Yeah, they had Josh Anderson that time at the fullback position. We saw him miss a pass a while ago, and he's playing on defense too. So he's
Yeah, he's all over the place.
all over the field.
That's. I'm sure that's great for Coach Glanton to see.
Yep. So.
And the give is to Anderson again
Yep.
for about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah. So South Paulding went back to the I formation. A gain of 3. 2nd and 7. They will be able to pick up a first down without scoring. Number 3, Chandler Burks checks in.
That's motion. Snap, the give is to Bowen. And Bowen picks up about 7 yards on that carry.
Yeah, Chandler Burks checked in at quarterback that time
Pitch out to number 7, Jay Bowen.
instead of Luke Norman. So Luke Norman was split out as a wide receiver that time.
Yeah, I think
Jaguar 6-yard line.
Chandler Burks, I think that's their
Wildcat.
wishbone.
Yeah, the Wildcat or the wishbone quarterback.
Yeah, he's the wishbone quarterback. Yeah.
All right, so number 13's back. Luke Norman back at quarterback now with the I formation. He's going to give it to Bowen straight up the middle. He's going to be stopped.
Stacked
going to
up.
bring up 4th down. They're going to have a decision to make here. Looks like they're going to kick it again. Yeah, it's like Mr.
I tell you, got to give that defensive line a lot of credit for New Manchester. Those guys are really out there playing hard in those trenches.
Yeah, Luke Norman's the holder. I think it's going to be about a 24-yarder.
With Christian Sosa kicking the ball. Snap, the kick is up, and it is
No good.
no good. He missed it.
Wide left. Yeah, that's going to be it for the first quarter. Yeah, they missed the field goal. That's excellent defensive stand for New Manchester.
Yeah, but the first quarter was mired in penalties.
Penalties and fumbles. You know,
That's
they-
something that Coach Rob got to get fixed.
Yeah,
You know.
they gave away 2 fumbles, and I know they laid it on the turf at least 3 more times that they got it back. They had at least 6 penalties, 3 of them to start the game before they even got the kickoff. So yeah, they you know he's going to have to talk to his players and tell them to wake up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, they only had, 2 drives in that quarter?
Yeah,
And they got a little something going in that second drive.
right.
Got up to about the 40-yard line before Wilson was stripped of the ball.
Right.
You know, that's something they're going to have to do too. Protection broke down on them.
Right. Yeah, they haven't crossed midfield offensively yet.
No, they hadn't.
And that's something that they'll definitely have to do.
That's bad news and that's good news. And the good news is it's only 3-0.
Yeah.
So they're in this ball game. They're not out of it by no stretch of the imagination.
All right, so they're going to start about on the 20-yard line after the missed field goal. Got a man in motion. They're going to give it to him straight up the middle. That's Malik Thomas once again.
And he's brought down by a gang of Spartans.
Yeah, he's getting some carries in the first quarter, first half. Gains about 2 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 8.
You know, every time I see that number 9 Thomas run into Bashi, this so-called phenom freshman, I'm waiting for him to give him the ball so we can see what everybody's talking about.
You know, they got single coverage on him out here, so it's time to ring him up.
And Wilson's back to pass, and he's looking for him. He's going long for Thomas, and he has it. Great catch.
There you go, Rod.
What a great catch.
Way to call it up.
Hey, if you're going to tell us everything about this kid, let us see something.
That's right.
Just tell us.
Yeah.
And that was right on cue.
Beautiful catch.
And a great throw by Wilson.
Yeah. Kind of threw it back behind his shoulder. And
you know, the most impressive thing was the adjustment that he made on the ball.
yeah, it was a little thrown behind him, and he just turned around and had the receiver looking the opposite way, never adjusted the ball. Picked up about 27 yards.
That was
first
not
down.
an easy catch at all. Wilson's back under the center. He takes the snap, motion to the left, gives it to 22, and that's old Malik Thomas. He takes the ball up for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, that's that toss sweep that was effective a while ago for about 14 yards. They keep going back to it and picked up 4 yards that time. So,
you know, overall, I think Trey Wilson does a great job of running this offense. It's probably some of the younger players that just not on page with him. I got to give him a lot of credit. He runs the offense well.
Yeah, just a junior. You know, he was quarterback last year, ran it a little bit last year. So
motion to the right. The give is to number 1, and that's Ronnie Hall. That's one of the Hall boys. Here we go. Now, New Manchester's getting something going.
yeah, 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Jaguars driving the ball.
And they're finally starting to make some progress. See if they can't put that South Paulding team on their heels. Wilson back under the center. Snap. Toss sweep.
Got him
28.
outside. 28.
Whoa, great play. And that was
Ryan
Santos. I think Santos is one of the guys that they rely on. I mean, we hadn't seen him tonight. I think that's his first carry tonight.
Right.
But that was a great-looking run by Santos.
Yeah. Number 45, LeBron Matthews for South Paulding.
That's one of those 35, 45, 25 linebackers Coach told us about.
He lit him up.
Motion to the right. The give is to number 1, Ronnie Hall. Ronnie Hall slips down, and he picks up about maybe a yard on that.
It's a big third down here for New Manchester.
It's definitely a big third down. I mean, I'm not sure from the looks of the kicker doing warm-ups. Do you think that's in his range?
I tell you what, he showed a good leg during warm-ups. Kicking it off. Now I don't know about it as far as his field goal range, but he's got a strong leg.
Wilson's under the center. Checks his back. Motion by Thomas.
They bobble the snap again. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Going to bring up 4th down, and we're going to get to see if Coach Rob have any confidence in this kicker or if they're just going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. Number 11's coming in.
Well, you know.
The Montez Fielder's bringing in the play.
Well, there were indications that that was one of the problems with the kicking game.
Right.
I think protection is the problem. I don't think the kickers are as bad as that sounds, but I think it was more or less a protection thing.
I think this is a good call here. You're in your own territory. Toss sweep.
Toss sweep to Santos. 28. Santos, he picked it
up.
He's got it.
Yep.
Great sweep. As I said earlier, I think that Santos is one of the big players, but we just hadn't seen him a lot tonight.
Right. It's like 34, Maurice Collier, I'm sorry, for South Paulding was in on the tackle.
Jacob Battle checks into the game, and he splits out wide to the left.
8 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the first half.
Motion to give it to Thomas, and he picks up about 3 yards on the carry. You know, there's a lot of motion in this wing T.
There is. I mean, it's hard to keep up with the ball from up here.
It certainly is.
We got an injured South Paulding player down, like number 20-something, 25.
Well, he seemed to be
Jack Young. That's the big linebacker.
He's trying to get to his feet. Let's see if he.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not. It's not as bad as it looks.
That's a big linebacker for Paulding County, or excuse me, South Paulding.
Well, he's on his feet and heading to the sideline, so that's an indication that maybe it was just one of those old.
He's got a stinger. May not know what county he's in.
Ball is spotted at the 19-yard line of the Spartans. 2nd and 8 for the Jaguars.
I haven't seen our number 9, Mr. Thomas, go back in since his catch. Rodney.
No, I hadn't.
He's not on the sideline somewhere, is he?
I think he's standing right next to Coach Rob.
Is he?
That's probably where he stays.
Needs to be on the field. All right, a good pigeon catch, number 12. That's Jacob Battle. It's going to be a first down. It's going to be first and goal from the 8-yard line.
Well, that's somewhat of a wide receiver screen, you'd say, huh?
Yeah. Oh, here he goes. Here comes our number 9. Mr. Thomas is checking back in.
With his multicolored socks.
Yeah.
He looks the part, too.
Well, we got him split out to the left side one-on-one. Let's see what he can do.
Wilson's on the center to give it to the fullback.
Yeah, he's going to get some yardage down to about the 3-yard line.
Thrown back by that Spartan defense.
Yeah, call it to the 4-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 4.
I tell you, Santos is a pretty big fella, pretty good-looking athlete out there.
All right, 7:22 to go here in the half. 3-0, but the Jaguars are knocking on the door.
Driving.
Still in the wing T.
Wilson under the center. Motion to the left. Fakes it to Thomas and gives it to Santos. Santos picks up about another 3 yards.
He's down to the 1.5-yard line.
That was a good-looking play. Good design there.
Yeah.
Thomas motioned up in there, and the ball faked. Wilson faked it to him and gave to Santos. Good-looking play. And they really got that South Paulding team on their heels now. Yeah. Right up against the goal line. I'd run it right behind that number 75. What do you think?
Yeah, I say we run it 2 more times straight up the middle.
Give it to Santos,
And he's in.
he is in.
Touchdown, New Manchester.
Like I said, right over there behind that number 75.
Great drive.
Great drive, and that was a lengthy drive.
Yeah. All jump-started by the long pass to the freshman, number 9, Thomas. And then after that, just a heavy dose of running plays.
Exactly.
Malik Thomas and Santos, and we drove it all the way down.
There you have it. New Manchester takes the lead with the extra point pending.
Yep, there's the snap, the kick, and it's good. So with 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go, the Jaguars have taken a 7-3 lead over South Paulding. Scoring drive, 13 plays, 5 minutes and 35 seconds it took up. So that's an impressive drive.
It's very impressive. Coach Rob got it going. They got things going the way he wanted them, and I think he's pleased. Now, you know what? And the good thing about it was they were able to get that defense some rest. Because the defense had been on the field with the penalties, the fumbles, and
Right.
all the stuff that was going wrong at first. that was good for the defense to get over here. And so seeing a fresh defense, maybe this new Manchester team is, like I said, Coach Rob was optimistic about beating this team, and I think it looks to me like he got a good chance to do that.
Yeah, and the defense has been the highlight of the game before the offense scored, because the defense have stuffed them.
They have, and I have to say that front four,
they
have really been good out there tonight. I mean, I don't think the secondary has been challenged that much, but that front four, I have to give them a lot of credit. They've really played good football tonight.
Absolutely. So Coach Rob's got to be feeling good. 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go the half. He can get one more defensive stand.
Yes, and that should give him time to maybe put some more points on the board,
or at least go into the half leading 7-3. You got to be pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's pleased with that last drive.
Now we'll see what the kicker. He was really showing some leg before the game.
And that's old Theo Diocion.
Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, he's got a great leg. All the way down to about the 6-yard line. Going to bring it up, and they're going to get him about the 20-yard line. Good coverage, New Manchester.
Great coverage, and that was number 28, Thomas Williams, on the carry. He stumbled and was knocked down about the 22-yard line.
Looks like the New Manchester team's settling in here, Rodney. You know, they had some penalties early, some fumbles, but it looks like they're settling down.
Yeah, they are. You know, we don't want to keep harking on this, but this is a program that's, you know, in infancy.
Right.
You know, you're talking about a 2-year program here. First year of varsity football, and a lot of promise out there. So
we're
penalty on the play.
We're going to have roughing the passer. It's going to be on Josh Smith, the linebacker. He hit the quarterback late. That's going to be a 15-yarder.
That's unfortunate.
It's not going to be a crowd pleaser by the coach.
And that pass from Norman was intended for Elliott. Christian Elliott.
Is that number 81?
No, that's number 39.
Oh, number 39.
He was fullback, yeah.
All right, so that's going to give him 15 yards and a first down.
There we go again with the
like
penalties.
South Paulding was trying to open it up a little bit, being down.
The Spartans rush to the line. Norman under the center. He takes the snap. The give is to Bowen. Bowen sticks it up in there, and then there you go again with that defensive line. Great surge up there.
Yep. Let's see who New Manchester gets off the pile. Number 53. 53 is Robert Walker, defensive lineman for New Manchester, sticking him that time. That defensive line's doing an excellent job for New Manchester.
They are, and Craig Jenkins, number 68, he's had a lot to say out there tonight. He's doing a terrific job on that defensive line. Norman's back under the center. He takes the snap. The give is to Bowen, and he picks up about
stuck
5 yards before he was thrown back.
Jaron Mapp, number 18, comes up.
He really came up and made a great hit.
From his safety position. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Big stop here. Get the ball back.
And Bowen's had a head of steam then, you know. Yep. He's a big fella. You can get him with a head of steam, and he'd be hard to stop. But you got to give credit to old Mapp. He came up and really stung him.
Yep. Going under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. New Manchester 7, South Paulding 3.
Jarrett back under the center. He takes the snap. The fake is to Bowen. And he throws out there, and
that's
there's
good.
a flag.
Oh, no. That's a terrible call.
It was. It was inadvertent, looked like to me. I think they got their feet tangled up. What do you think?
Well, I think Coach Rob is going to argue that the ball wasn't catchable.
Well, they can get together on that ball not being catchable. But what I saw on that play was that they got their feet tangled up, and that's not. Yeah. That's usually not something they'll call when a defender and offensive player get their feet tangled.
Yeah, that's a tough call there. That's going to give them a first down. That's a tough call. So that's going to give South Paulding a first down about the 43-yard line.
Yes, it moves the ball down to the 43-yard line, and
4:47 to go here in the first half.
And you know, most of these yards have come on penalties. One was a personal foul, and now this. And Norman is back to pass. He's being chased, and he just throws it away.
Yep.
And that was big number 68 again, Craig Jenkins.
Yeah, good pressure on the quarterback. Just had to throw it away. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, and this Jaguars defense need to stiffen right here and not let these guys get on the board again.
Well, we've seen South Paulding open it up. When they got down, they're throwing it a lot more. So,
yeah, they are. I think they've finally realized it's not going to be easy running tonight.
Right.
Norman under the center. Motion by Bowens. And
fumble.
The give was to Josh Anderson.
Ah, the quarterback. That there again, number 3 slipped in as quarterback, Chandler Burks.
That was your wishbone again.
He must be the wishbone quarterback.
That was a really good give because I followed the fullback on that one.
Yeah.
Great. He's good with that ball. He's magic.
So number 13, Norman's back in at quarterback, so I guess they'll go back in their I
Trayvon
formation.
Simmons checked into the offensive huddle. He spreads out to the right. In fact, they've got their stacks over there on the right side with Norman under the center. Bowens in the I. Fakes it to Bowens. Gets it out to Josh Anderson, and he's knocked down about the 17. Well, that's going to be about the 23-yard line.
Same play they did on the other end of the field down here where he missed that ball earlier, Josh Anderson, but he connected that time for a big gain.
Great design.
It's going to be a first down, ball on the 25-yard line. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first half. South Paulding trailing 7-3.
That same formation, but the receivers are to the left this time. The toss is to Bowen. Bowen, he got some opening. Well, great tackle.
Yeah, they're going to get a illegal block from South Paulding, wide receiver. I think they're going to get a clip on them. So that's going to back them up.
That was John Wilson that came up and made that game-saving tackle. Great tackle.
That's going to be a hold on the wide receiver, so that's going to back them up.
Bowens had gotten out into the open, but Wilson really came up and made a great shoestring tackle.
So finally we get a penalty in our favor for New Manchester. That's going to back them up 10 yards. So 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go here in the first half. 1st and 19 for South Paulding, the Spartans. Looks like we got a new running back dotting the I for South Paulding.
Norman's under the center. He gives
33.
It to. And that's Percy Williams. That was Percy Williams on the carry.
I think that's his first carry of the night.
Bowens checks back in.
Yeah, Bowen didn't stay out long, did he?
Yeah, he needed a breather, I think.
And Bowen is just a junior. Looks like the wishbone quarterback's coming in.
Chandler Burks, yes, he's checked in again, and we're going to see if he gets in the wishbone again.
Yeah, no, he's going to split out to the right, so he's a receiver also.
Norman under the center with Bowens in the I.
Oh, Josh Anderson's at that fullback position.
I think there was a little confusion there with the yardsticks.
I think they got him for delay a game.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 yards. So that's going to be something in 24. What is it? 2nd and 24.
Norman under the center. He fakes it to Bowens.
No, it's a good rush. Got him. 53. That's Robert Walker, defensive lineman, came in and sacked him. It's going to be 3rd and forever.
It's great rushing there by Walker. He really got in there.
It's going to be 3rd and to Fulton County.
That's great. They've pushed him back to the midfield stripe. The Spartans, you know, they had the ball down to the 23-yard line, and now they're back at the 50.
Yep. We are close to the Fulton County line, aren't we?
3rd and forever. The give is to Anderson, and he's taken down for practically no gain.
All right, so they're going to have to punt it. It's going to be 4th and
Great defensive stand by New
34.
Manchester Jaguars.
Yep. So do you go for it on 4th and 33, Rodney?
Well, I think your best option will be to punt this ball. Get it out of there and try to pin those old Jaguars deep.
1:25 seconds to go. I'd probably just take a delay of game penalty here.
And that's the
Run
eye
the clock
back
all the way
punt. Bowens. The punt is off, and he shanked it.
Yep, sure did. They're going to walk up. Let's see.
To about the 23, 24-yard line.
He's still walking. He's still walking. It's going to come up to the 22-yard
line.
2-yard line. All right, 1:14 seconds to go. If I was Coach Rob, I would take a knee and get in that locker room with a 7-3 lead. What
I
about
don't
you?
know about that. They've got that number 9, and I seen him trot onto the field. I don't know what they might do here. We might see the phenom. We might see something fantastic from the phenom right here. What do you think?
You get in that locker room as fast as you can go. On your own 22-yard line?
Well, if I had something like Tabashi Thomas, I think I'd try something with him here.
No. You start filling up the cups of Gatorade fast as you can.
Well, here we go. Wilson's under the center. He takes the snap. No motion this time. He's looking for the phenom. He's going deep. And there you go, Bennett. What did I tell you? You got a phenom like that, you use him.
Oh.
Thank you, Coach Cleveland. This guy's turned out to be everything that they said he was. They've thrown him 2 passes, and he's found a way to get those balls out of the air. What do you think about that, Bennett?
There's been 2 jump balls thrown to him, and he's caught both of them. I can say that.
Well, you got it. One of the things is this: Coach Rob is on a 5-game losing streak, and he don't have anything to lose tonight.
That's true.
He's going all out. He's going to win this ball game, if he can. And I think that sounds good for the Jaguar Nation.
Oh, absolutely. If it works, you're a hero.
Yeah, if it doesn't, hey, you always got tomorrow.
If one of those defensive backs catches it and runs it all the way the opposite direction. But a great call.
Well, if you throw it near old Tabashi there, he'll take care of all that.
Yep.
He's not going to let those defenders get that ball and run the other way with it.
When New Manchester did use a timeout, I think it was their first timeout of the
First
half.
timeout? Yeah, I don't remember them using a timeout.
Yeah, they got 2 left.
Both teams have 2 left.
The Spartans have got 3 left.
Wilson's under the center. He surveys, looking around. He takes the snap. He's back to pass again. And it's a quick out, but he is incomplete. And that ball was intended for the Montez Fielder. Just threw it over his head. Well, Coach Rob seems to know that he needs to throw these balls toward the sideline and see if he can't preserve some of that time. 1 minute left at the 40-yard line with a kicking game that's a little lackluster. So
He's got plenty of time. He's got a minute with 2 timeouts.
Yeah. Wilson's back to pass. He knocked up in the air, and it's intercepted. Oh, what a good hit. Brought down, just like you indicated. Those are things that can happen, but hey, that's football.
Yep.
I don't know who made that tackle. It was a great tackle because he was the only one left.
Yep.
There was no one else there. If he don't make that tackle, that guy's dancing in the end zone.
Yep.
Well, let's see what South Paulding thinks about 49 seconds. Are they just going to kneel down and run into the locker room and drink Gatorade?
No. I would say not.
Well, they're across the midfield stripe, up at the 45-yard line with Norman under the center. No, now he's back in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's looking long. He's being chased. He hits Anderson. And Anderson, he's swarmed under by a host of Jaguars.
That defense is doing a great job.
They really look good out there tonight.
Yep.
They're swarming to the ball.
So South Paulding's going to call one of their 3 timeouts. 36 seconds to go.
Coach Rob has really got to be impressed with his defense tonight.
Yeah, they're hitting them. I mean, throwing some licks.
And they've held this team to only 3 points in the first half, which, if I'm not mistaken, this team is not a bad football team. But like I said earlier, Coach Rob thought this was a winnable game, and looks like he might be right.
Yeah, it looks like South Paulding's averaging about 20 points a game this year.
Yeah, but, with the way this Jaguars defense is playing tonight, I don't think that's going to happen.
Never know. Yeah, they've certainly shut them down here in the first half.
And the Jaguars having 7 points, we can get 2 more. They can get 2 more touchdowns. 21 points, and they're only averaging 20.
That's good. They've really played well the first half.
Well, aside from all the penalties and some of the
Fumbles.
missed snaps that they had.
Yeah, those were early. Like I said, they settled down. So
Norman's in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's looking long. He's looking for old Joe Bowen over there, Jay Bowen, but it was incomplete.
yeah, threw behind his receiver, so that'll stop the clock with 31 seconds to go.
They had the I-back split out wide, Jay Bowen's that time, and they.
Yeah, I think we're going to see an empty backfield next 2 plays for South Paulding.
Norman's, he's in the shotgun, surveys the field. He takes the snap. He's looking to the left. He throws this intercept. Almost intercepted. Great. He would have been walking in the end zone if he had gotten that ball.
John Wilson.
John would have walked into the end zone.
Oh, that would have been sweet.
That was an absolutely great break on the ball he made. He read that perfectly.
New Manchester, they're back in a prevent defense. They've got about 6 safeties back there, so it's not going to be easy to thread one in there, that's for sure, in this defensive formation that they're in.
And that brings up a 4th down and 8. Norman takes the snap.
Oh, that's
He's
holding.
looking long.
That was a hold. Yeah, they got him. They got him for a hold. That's going to be holding on South Paulding. That's going to back them up.
That was a good pass. It was a
Now this is going to be an interesting call here. That was 4th down. That's going to back them up 14 yards.
He got the first down.
There's a flag. They're going to bring it back. So they're going to back them up 15 yards.
The early indications are that he got the first down.
Well, he did get the first, but that's going to be a hold.
So they're bringing the ball back. He's going to walk him back another 15 yards, and I think.
So I don't think they'll go for it on 4th here.
No, right here I think they're just they're
going to have to punt it.
Punt the ball out of there. They're not going to do anything here. 19 seconds left, and they definitely don't want to give. New Manchester the ball on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
You on the other side of the 50, you don't want to give them the ball. But they are.
Official timeout.
Is the clock going to start?
Yes, he blew the whistle. No, it's on the ball. He pointed at the ball.
Yeah, so it's on the ball.
It's on the snap. But it's 4th down.
Yeah,
so
New Manchester calls timeout.
Exactly.
Or
South
South Paulding.
Paulding, they had lined up in the shotgun like they were going to run another play, but I don't know if they knew it was 4th down.
Yeah, if they go for it here, New Manchester's going to get the ball at the 42-yard line with 2 timeouts.
Not only 2 times out, but with Otabashi Thomas as well, and close enough to throw that ball into the end zone for him to jump up and get it.
Yeah, I think they got to punt it here. I don't think you go for it and give the. I don't think you give them the ball on the 42-yard line. We'll see.
I mean, it would definitely surprise me if he gave them the ball here. If they didn't do anything, unless they got some kind of special play.
They're going to punt it. You got to punt it here.
Yeah, Jay Bowen, he's back. He's going to punt the ball. Look like they're in punting formation. We have to give those cheerleaders a lot of credit tonight. There's a lot of chatter down there going on. And this crowd seems to be the crowd has grown. It wasn't as
Yeah, looks like we have
Many.
both bands here representing both high schools for a halftime program.
Bowens, he's back to punt.
Oh, he blocked it. Blocked it. Oh, he hit it. That's okay. Got it back. All right, so we're going to get the ball back with 13 seconds at the 45-yard line.
Well, at most, you got a Hail Mary. You think Coach Rob will go for this Hail Mary and throw it into the end zone, or just?
13 seconds to go. You don't really need a Hail Mary.
The question is, can Wilson get it there?
Yeah, I think you got time for a couple of plays if you can just get the ball about 25 yards and try a field goal. With 13 seconds to go?
I don't. He didn't try his field goal earlier.
Yeah.
You think he's confident in his kicking game?
I mean, yeah, we got 2 timeouts to go. Yeah, I say you just pick up about 20 yards and try a long field goal.
Yeah, a couple of deep outs, if that's possible.
We'll see what he does
Got
here.
2 timeouts. Wilson's under the center.
We got Tabashi over here to the right side.
He's surveying. Takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's going long. It's underthrown. And
They
here comes
got
the flag.
A flag. That's
Here comes the
pass
Hankies.
interference.
Yeah, that ball was right on target for Thomas, and the defensive back just grabbed him and pulled him away from the ball.
He had the ball to the other defensive back, knocked it out of his hand. So we just got 6 seconds. So if he's going to kick it, he's going to have to kick it here.
6 seconds. Yeah, let's see if he brings the kicking team on.
Now, it's only in high school. It's not from the spot of the foul. It's only 15 yards.
Hold on,
correct?
what's going on here? They're backing that ball up.
I think it's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, not the spot of the foul.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Yeah, it is. You're right. 15 yards. Yeah.
I say let him kick it.
No, I don't know if he. That's you're talking about a 50-yard kick from here, right?
47. You got a timeout, Coach. Call your timeout and talk about it. There you go.
The young man seemed to have a strong leg, but I'm not sure if it's that strong.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if Trey can get it to the end zone.
Maybe Coach Rob got something in his trick bag that he's about to pull out. What do you think?
I don't know. If he can get it to the end zone, I know who he's going to throw it to. I don't know.
That's no secret. Hey, that's no secret. I think they have about 5 guys around that guy.
Yep. I think you're right.
You know, if this guy is a freshman, I'm very excited about his next couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, I'll probably be down here as a fan.
Yeah. I haven't seen him drop anything yet. Looks like coaches are pointing to the left side is where they're going to.
And Wilson, the quarterback is going back in there, so he's going to try to see if he can't get something accomplished here.
So 6 seconds to go here in the half. We're going to have some type of Hail Mary.
Wilson's under the center. He's got 3 receivers to the right. He's back to throw. He's going deep, going long. Looking for Tabashi.
Oh, they got a flag. All right, now you can kick it. Now you kick it.
How close was that? He had the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
This kid is something.
He turns his back to the defenders and, has his arms where the ball is.
There was at least 3, maybe 4 defenders over there with him, and he still got his hand on the ball. That was
here comes the
impressive.
kicker. Yeah,
here he comes.
Yeah, that's a great series of plays there to get in field goal range. And there's still 2 seconds. I figured the clock had ran out. There's still 2 seconds to go.
Yeah. Well, the clocks don't seem to run as fast at home. What do you think?
Yeah. I tell you, we've ran a lot of plays since that minute that I mentioned a while ago to take a knee in a minute and 9 seconds.
Yes,
I think both teams had the ball twice since then.
At least.
So they're going to spot it at the 22-yard line. It'll be a 32-yarder. Joshua Petway.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's going to be short. Oh, that was
Theodosian.
Yeah, that was Jesse Theodosian.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be against South Paulding.
I think they're going to get another opportunity to kick this ball.
And it's going to be shorter. They're going to mark them off. I think that was illegal procedure. 5-yard penalty. It's going to be a 17-yarder.
The half can end on a defensive penalty.
So it's going to be a 27-yarder this time.
So Jesse's going to see if he can't get that ball through those uprights this time.
He just did not hit that ball at all.
The snap, the hole, the kick is up. It is no good.
So the field goal was short. So at the end of the half, Jaguars 7 and the Spartans 3.
Well, it was certainly an exciting minute of play.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great way to end the half. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the field goal in, but still, the Jaguars take a 7-3 lead, and South Paulding has to be stunned.
I'm sure they're stunned. They only have 3 points on the board, and that defense has really been stiff tonight. They hadn't gotten anything going in that running game for South Paulding. I think that's basically what they rely on most games.
Yeah, we talked to the coach before the game. He said he was going to establish the run first of all, and then maybe open up the pass, and he never got it going. They had to go to the pass there late in the first half and wasn't effective with the pass either. And New Manchester's defense, they've been strong all night. Offense led by the freshman phenom, Mr. Thomas, number 9. So it's been a great first half for the New Manchester Jaguars. So looks like South Paulding's band's ready to perform. So let's throw it down for the halftime festivities.
Because they started the clock. We both have long shows.
Okay, you don't need me to do anything, right?
Imagine, Believe, Achieve. Arranged by Justin Williams and featuring Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, composed by Leslie Refuse. The Land of Make Believe by jazz recording legend Chuck Mangiani. When You Believe from The Prince of Egypt, composed by Stephen Schwartz. Hatching Rabbits by Gordon Goodwin, and closes with John Lennon's Imagine. We hope that you too will imagine with all your mind, believe with all your heart, and achieve with all your might. Ladies and gentlemen, the Spirit of South Paulding Marching Band.
Go, Blake.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the South Paulding High School Spartan Band.
We'll just prolong.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, prepare yourselves as the new Manchester High School Marching Redcoats present their fall 2012 production, Under the Big Top. The curtain opens with the entry of the Gladiators and Saber Dance. For the second act, watch the trapeze artists take center stage, featuring selections from the Opera Carmen. The Redcoats bring the house down with our high-energy finale featuring excerpts from Dance of the Jesters, On the Box Can-Can, and Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the greatest show on turf. The director of bands is Dean Gator, percussion instructor is Matt Pierce, co-guard instructor is Tom McGaw, and visual caption head is Clark Jackson. Drum major is Robbie Gamble, horn sergeant is Devin Gordy, brass captain is Devin Witt, woodwind captain is Mike Jones, percussion captains are Brandon Butler and Caleb Burnett, and the co-guard captain is Gabrielle Weber.
All right, Rod, we're back for the second half here from New Manchester High School. New Manchester's leading 7-3. What do you think Coach Cleveland had to say to his troops at halftime?
Well, I think that was an easy speech for Coach Cleveland. He got in, he was proud of those guys, the way they played, especially the defense. And I'm sure he told them they had to clean up some of those penalties that they had in the first half. But outside that, you got to be optimistic about what they can do with this second half.
Right. I think they had some mistakes early in the game, maybe nervous jitters from some of the young kids. Like the coaches said, they're playing a lot of 10th and 11th graders. But it seemed like as the game progressed late in the first quarter and into the second quarter, they kind of calmed down. The mistakes went away, no penalties. The offense kind of came together on that one long drive. And to be honest, the defense played well the whole game. So I think he has to be pleased. Now, as far as Coach Glanton from South Paulding, I think he's got to rally his troops. His offense, they haven't been hitting on any cylinder the whole game. Defense have played pretty well, but they did give up that long drive to get down 7-3. So I think his speech at halftime to his group was that they're going to have to play a little better. They're down 7-3, and they're going to have to come back and really play a little better than they did in the first half to get back in this game.
I think so. Coach Glanton, I'm sure that was not what he was looking for in the first half. Those guys didn't give him, the style of football that he was looking for. They didn't get the running game going. The throwing was a little better than the running game, but for the most part, they just didn't look like the South Paulding team that Coach Glanton told us he had.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to come out. I don't think he's going to panic. He's only down 7-3. I think he's going to come back out, stick to his roots, try to establish the running game, which we saw obviously with Mr. Bowen, number 7. Try to get him back in the game, try to get him some yards. Don't think he's going to panic and go to the passing game, try to open it up. He's going to stick to what got him here and do what works best for him, try to get him back in this game. So should be a good second half in this Region 5 football game here from New Manchester High School. It's like we're getting ready to tee it up.
You think they have you will see more of the wishbone in the second half?
I think you'll see a lot of both. I mean, they run multiple offenses, run the pro eye, and it seemed like when they got in the red zone, they threw that wishbone in. I think you'll see a lot more of that from South Paulding, kind of mix it up. Saw a lot more of the passing there toward the end of the first half. I think that was more desperation just when they got down, trying to bounce back, get back in the ball game. But we see New Manchester is going to get the ball, start the second half. If they could put together a long drive and put 7 points on the board, boy, that would certainly shock South Paulding and put them in a state of confusion of what to do, and certainly take them out of that conservative running game style of offense that they play, and maybe push them into having to throw the ball, and certainly open up some opportunities for New Manchester.
Yeah, they definitely go to another game plan if New Manchester goes up 14-3. They'll have to rethink everything they're doing. So they're going to tee that ball up, and they're ready to kick it off.
Mr. Sosa is going to do the kicking for South Paulding.
The kick is off. And it looks like Thomas is going to take it. Malik Thomas, he takes the ball up to about the 10, 15, 20, and he's stacked up and thrown back at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, good return. Interested on that kickoff, Malik Thomas has had 1 foot in the end zone, 1 foot out of the end zone. And so I guess as long as it's where the ball is, not necessarily your body.
I guess that's right, because in high school you can't run out of the end zone with the ball, right?
No. If the ball goes in the end zone, you can't. So I guess it's where the ball is, not the body.
Good observation. I didn't pay that any attention.
So Trey Wilson's going to set up at quarterback, junior for New Manchester for the Jaguars. Sticking with the wing T, one wide receiver to the left side. They're going to go straight back up the middle. Going to pick up a couple of yards.
That was a simple dive there. Thomas motioned to the left, but the give was to look like Hall. And he picked up, what, about maybe 2 yards, maybe a yard and a half?
And talking about the Jaguars' offense, it was kind of balanced in the first half. You know, they had success with the running game. And, of course, with the one wide receiver that we talked about, they had success with the passing game a couple of times.
I guess you can call that balance.
Don't know that he's spreading it around to his wide receivers a lot, but especially one wide receiver is getting a lot of passes.
Wilson takes the snap, toss sweep to Malik Thomas, and he's knocked down. And there's a penalty on the play.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a crackback block by one of the receivers from New Manchester, so that's going to back them up. Looks like number 1, the receiver, was holding.
Actually, that was C.J. McPherson. On the carry. No, that was on the carry. I don't think I've seen him tonight. What about you?
No, I think that's the first carry. So that's going to back them up. 10 yards. All the way back to the 10-yard line.
Pushes them back to about the 10-yard line. That gives them a long field to go.
Be sure to follow CityTV Sports on Facebook page, My City TV. That's MYCITI TV. Catch up on all the action, all the happenings of CityTV here in the city of Douglasville.
That was Malik Thomas on the carry, and he was drugged down for about looked like 2-yard loss. Yeah,
we're going in the wrong direction here. It's going to be 3rd. And I'm going to say about 24.
DeMontez Fielder checks in and splits out to the left. New Manchester breaks the huddle with Wilson under center. Motion to the left. He takes the snap. And it's the give was to McPherson.
Going to give him forward progress up to about the 9-yard line. I don't know that, has New Manchester punted tonight?
I don't remember them punting tonight.
I don't think they have. And this is not a good spot to be punting from because he's going to be standing in his end zone. I don't think they have. Looks like Malik Thomas does the punting.
No, they hadn't punted.
Yeah, so first punt of the night for New Manchester.
That's odd to see. Both of the look like starting tailbacks are the punters as well.
Yeah. Looks like
Thomas, he takes the snap. He punched the ball. It's up nice, high, spiraling punt. Takes a New Manchester roll, rolls to the
33-yard line.
Not very far. It looked good, but it was not very far. Good field position for the Spartans. If they don't do something with this, then I'm sure Coach Glanton won't be happy about that.
Yeah, we'll see what they do.
This the best starting position they had all night.
Yep. They're coming out. Backfield.
Well, you said they back in that power line. They are.
Yep. 2 wide receivers to the left side.
Norman under the center. He toss sweep to Bowen. Bowen's down the right side. He's gone. Looked like, he's knocked out at about the 15-yard line. That's about a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, just straight toss sweep.
Good hit over there by John Wilson after he picked up about 15-yard line. That was a great sweep over there.
Yep. Josh Anderson leading the way for the fullback position. Backfield once again, Josh Anderson, the fullback. Jay Bowen, tailback, straight up the middle. Jay Bowen, and he's going to get down all the way to about the 4-yard line.
It's a good, impressive run by Bowen there. He was actually dragging runners, dragging tacklers.
Yeah, it's going to be another first down. And so it's going to be 1st and goal. 8 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
I don't know what Coach Glanton said at halftime, but obviously it worked.
Well, we gave them good field position starting at the 33, so.
Norman's under the center. He takes the snap, gives it to Bourne once again, and he's stacked up and thrown down.
Fumble, and
picked up by New Manchester. They're out to the races.
One man to beat, and it's the quarterback, and they're going to catch him. But we got the ball back at midfield. Big play.
That was a great game-saving tackle by Josh Anderson.
Yeah, Jay Bowen was taking it in about the 1 yard line. We stripped it, picked it up, brought it back to the 50.
Josh Anderson, we've been calling his name all night, and man, was that an impressive game-saving tackle he made right there.
Great play.
That Jaguars defense, once again, they stiffened up and somehow found a way to get that ball loose from old Bowens. And here we are back up at about the 50-yard line.
Big play here.
Midfield strike.
Third quarter, 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
It is Jaguars ball in midfield. First down, Jaguars.
What a defensive play.
Well, I'll tell you what, that snatched the momentum right out of the old Spartans, didn't it? They really had it going, and now their heels are up again. Here we go.
So Trey Mitchell.
Wilson's under center. He give. It's to number 2, and that's Reggie Hall. I don't think we've seen Reggie tonight.
No. Junior running back. It was a little different formation that time. We have one running back right behind the quarterback.
He actually lost a yard on that carry.
Kind of broke out of the wing tee that time.
Coach Rob trying something different.
Yeah. DeMontez Fielder split out to the left side, brought in the play.
Wilson's under the center. He takes the snap. The give is to Thomas, and there's a penalty on the play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be illegal procedure against the Jaguars. We had 2 guys in motion at the same time.
Now that would be an illegal shift.
Yep. That's going to back us up 5 yards.
Legal procedure.
That's going to back us up to 3rd and 17.
Well, after that big stop of the Spartans, we've gone backwards the last 2 plays.
It's okay. We could have very easily been 10-3 or 10-7. I'm sorry.
Jacob Battle checks into the game and splits out wide to the left.
7:28 to go here, third quarter. New Manchester still on top, 7-3.
That's a stoppage of play. New Manchester up to the line. Wilson's under the center. He takes the snap, motion to the left by Thomas. Wilson's back to pass. And,
big hit. That's number 35.
That was,
or 34, I'm sorry. Maurice Collier.
That was Santos on the reception, and a big hit by
Mr. Collier.
34. DeMontez Fielder checks into the game, as well as Tabashi Thomas.
Looks like number 3, Chandler Burks, for South Paulding, plays both ways also. About the only guy that doesn't play both ways is Luke Norman, the quarterback. Yeah, there they go.
Wilson back to pass. He's looking for Thomas, and he overthrows him.
That's the first pass all night that he's overthrown.
Yeah, we were beginning to wonder if you could overthrow this guy.
That's going to bring up a 4th down. Looks like Malik Thomas is going to punt it away. So the South Paulding defense makes a stand here in the third quarter to get the ball back. But we certainly gained some field position by that interception, bringing it back to the 50-yard line. So maybe New Manchester can pin them down deep in their own territory.
Yeah, they certainly turned the field over, and we'll see if they can. The ball doesn't just
it faked it. He's got one man to beat. And they're going to stop him short.
It was actually a bad snap. So Thomas just picked it up and ran with it opposed to trying to kick it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that was a good idea. He still had time to get that ball off, but he decided to try to see if he could make that first down, and he didn't.
So he runs out of bounds about the 44-yard line. So with 6:17 left here in the third quarter.
And the Spartans going to start at about the 43-yard line, of their own 43-yard line. With Norman under the center. Motion to the left by Burks. The give is to Anderson.
Bounces off
He
a couple.
bounces off another tackle.
He
He
fumbles
fumbled
again.
the ball again.
Oh, they got it
Oh.
back. Wow.
Good run by Anderson. Fumbled at the end of that run and picked up by the Spartans.
I think that old pigskin's got some grease on it tonight. What do you think?
It
Rodney?
has. They're going to give him a first down. Down at the first down 37-yard line of the Jaguars. That defense once again has to stiffen. They've had a lot of work to do tonight. What do you think, Bennett?
They have it. They rose to the occasion. We'll see what they do here.
They certainly has.
Straight up again with Anderson again. We stop him. About a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, that was a simple dive there by Anderson. He picked up about 3 yards on that one.
Yep, clock running. 5:49 to go in the third quarter. New Manchester leading 7-3.
Waylon Stone checks into the game. Two receivers to the right. Norman under the center. He takes the snap. The toss sweep to Bowens. He picks up about 7 yards on that carry.
Yeah, he was knocked out of bounds. Number 26 for New Manchester. That's Kevin Walker, defensive lineman.
And Mondarius Wright in on that tackle as well.
It's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 4 for South Paulding. South Paulding doesn't substitute a lot. These guys have been in there the whole game.
No, they hadn't.
Yeah, they pull us off sides.
No, I think we jumped into the neutral zone on that one.
Yep. So that's going to give them a first down via penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, and that's something that plagued these guys in the first half, and I guess it continues here in the second half. Receivers, two receivers off to the right. Norman under the center, surveys the field. He takes the snap, faked it to Bowens.
Same play.
Gets it out to number 35, Josh Anderson. He takes the ball down to about the 3-yard line.
They've hit Josh Anderson on that play for 3 times tonight.
Yeah, they've been wearing that out over there, and that's something Coach Rob has to make an adjustment on.
Yeah, they fake it to him right up the middle. He slips out right in front of the linebackers out into the flat, and he's been open all night long. They're going to have to make an adjustment to that. Here's old Wishbone coming back.
Norman takes the ball once again to Anderson, and he plows in there for about a 1-yard gain. That's a good stop by the New Manchester defense. They've been on the field quite a while this third quarter.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're starting to see some hands on the hips.
But once again, they're asking them to hold these guys.
Wishbone formation again.
It's close, and it's a touchdown.
Yep,
Gets it in.
touchdown. Touchdown Spartans. Like Jay Bowen finally gets it in for the Spartans. So they're going to go up 9-7. Have a chance to go up by a field goal here with the extra point. It's like it was partially blocked, but he still got it through. And so with 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter, South Paulding Spartans have gone up 10-7 over the New Manchester Jaguars.
And that was Brittany Haviner on that kick.
Yeah, she's the PAT specialist for South Paulding. Brittany, a female kicker
And what I
in high school football.
and from what I understand, Coach Glanton told us she's only missed one PAT this year.
Wow.
So she's pretty
Impressive.
consistent.
Yep, that scoring drive for South Paulding, there were 5 plays, took up 2 minutes and 52 seconds. So pretty impressive drive for them. We did give them good field position.
Courtesy of a botch snap.
Yep.
So anytime you give these guys that kind of field position, it really puts the defense on their heels.
So New Manchester's going to have to put a drive together here, put some points on the board.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third quarter. There's a whistle on the kick.
You know, I'm thinking South Paulding was offsides. They're going to back them up again. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Offsides on the kickoff.
Yeah, there's been a lot of mistakes on these kicking, both sides of the field, both sides. They made a lot of mistakes in the kicking game.
Let's see if Mr. Sosa figures out he has to back up 5 yards. Yeah, I think he's got it. So he's going to kick it from the 35-yard line. Maybe this will give New Manchester some good field position with a good return.
Reggie Hall. We got Reggie Hall and Thomas back to receive.
Yeah, Malik's back there.
The ball is teed up. The kick is off. Malik Thomas takes the kick. And he brings it up to about the 25-yard line. And that's where the New Manchester Jaguars will start, from the 25-yard line. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left on the third quarter clock.
Well, I think the Jaguars are going to have to put together a drive here, Rodney. Put some points on the board. Keep their defense off the field at least. Get a couple of first downs.
Exactly. Give those guys breather over here and see if they can't get some points and give those guys a little more hope on that defensive side of the ball.
Yep, we see them lined up over here, setting down, catching a breather, and I think they'd like to stay there for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, you don't want to lose those guys. They've played a great game.
Yep.
High snap.
There's the freshman coming around on the end around.
The give is to Omari Jarrett.
Oh, that's number 6, yeah.
Yeah. Jarrett picks up about 5 yards on the play.
Clock goes under 3 minutes here to go in the third quarter.
You've actually got Reggie Hall at quarterback now, back there in the shotgun. No, that's Thomas.
Yep, that's Thomas. Yeah, we're in the Wildcat with Thomas as quarterback.
Wow.
Coaches told us we'd do a little bit of that.
Okay, I didn't realize he'd be back there at the quarterback
Yep.
position as well. Okay. He's doing a little Wildcat, and it looks like he's staying in there.
Yeah, looks like he's calling the plays now. So trying to get the ball to the impressive freshman the best way we can, or the only way we can here.
DeMontez Fielder checks in. He's wide out to the right. Snap to Thomas. The give is to Malik Thomas, and he's brought down for no gain. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it was 3rd and short. That's going to bring up a 4th and inches.
Another punt situation.
Yeah, I think we're going to go for it here.
Certainly, Coach Rob, he's not thinking about going for it on his own 35-yard line.
He's going for it. Trey Wilson's going in at quarterback. 4th and inches. And Coach Cleveland's going to go for it.
Well, here we go. He's going to try to draw him off.
We're going to call a timeout. New Manchester to think about it.
Yeah, I think they wanted to see what kind of defense the Spartans was going to line up in, and then they called another timeout to make sure they had everything on. They were all on the right page before they proceeded with something that desperate. And I don't think this is the time to get desperate. What do you think?
Yeah, it's awful early here in the second half, but it is 4th and inches.
Well, one of the things last week, against Altoona, they did have a lot of problems in the kicking game with botch snaps, protection, and all that. So that might be one of the things Coach Rob's thinking of. That's one thing he don't want to happen down here is to just give him another easy touchdown.
Right.
So he want to make sure everybody's on the right page. If they got this 4th and inches, if that's something they can get, to cover up some of the mishaps they have, that's what he have to do.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for it here.
Yeah. Like I said, those problems they had in the kicking game, it's been nightmarish.
So 4th and inches, minute and 27 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Got Trey Wilson under center. And just a quarterback sneak, he's got it.
Dives ahead. Yep. Wilson dives ahead, looks like he picked it up.
Yep.
Yes.
Easily.
First down.
First down, Jaguars.
Well, Coach Rob had a lot of confidence in that play, and he did get the first down.
Yeah, that young offensive line. Justin Young is the center, and he just took the snap, followed him.
And like you said, he was probably thinking of that defense as well, knowing that they'll be right back on the field again.
Yep.
If he
Yeah. So Trey Wilson's back in as quarterback. I tell you, that offense is
the
just.
The give is to C.J. McPherson. He picks up about 5 yards on the play.
That offense is just deceiving. You just can't tell who's got the ball.
Yeah, it's that. I mean, that's what they want to do. They want to confuse you with those multiple motions and sets. That's the way it is.
So 2nd and 6. 34 seconds to go here, 3rd quarter. Toss sweep to the left side. And he's going to get stood up after about a gain of 4.
And that was C.J. McPherson again. Mm-hmm. He gets knocked down after picking up about 4 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3 yards to go.
Yep. They can let the clock run out here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see.
Ball's up at the 45-yard line with the clock running.
Yeah, they're going to let it run out. There's no reason to run a play.
7 seconds left on the clock.
That's going to do it here in the 3rd quarter.
After 3 quarters, the Spartans holding a 10-7 lead. What do you think about that 3rd quarter, Bennett?
Well, I think the New Manchester put themselves in a hole twice. They got out of it one time with that great interception, a great fumble recovery, brought back out to the 50-yard line. And then the second time on that botched punt, we gave it to them on the 44-yard line. Then they just had a couple of great plays. Took it in for the touchdown. But all in all, pretty good 3rd quarter for New Manchester. South Paulding did have a little more success with their offense coming out.
They had a lot of success with the run in that quarter. I think that's what Coach Glanton was looking for. And I don't think he really threw the ball but 1 or 2 times. That one pass that you indicated had gone for a lot of yards. I think that's the only pass they threw the whole quarter. So
Yeah, and that's the mark of a good coach, what adjustments they make at halftime. And Coach Galanton certainly made some on his offensive line at halftime, and it really showed when they came out.
yeah, they were getting whooped up in those trenches, and they
Yeah.
played a lot better in the third quarter. But hopefully this is a quarter that New Manchester realized that, you know, they can pull this game out and get something done. But here we go with Wilson under center. He takes the snap. The give once again is to C.J. McPherson.
He's
and
got it.
Looks like he picked up a first down.
Yeah, big third down play there to pick up the first down.
They didn't use this C.J. McPherson a lot in the first half,
No.
but they sure are using him a lot in the second half.
Yep.
I wonder what happened to Santos. Santos, big number 28. He's yet to carry the ball in the second half.
We haven't seen him at all. He's standing on the sidelines here.
And he's the one that actually got the touchdown for
Right.
him. Motion to the right. The give is to Hall.
Ronnie Hall.
And Hall picks up about 7 yards on that carry.
Yeah, good first down play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 4, looks like.
You know, I think Coach Rob just uses these guys. He knows he's going to need all of them at some point, and he just puts them in there and uses every one of them. That's awesome. We've even seen Reggie Hall at the running back tonight.
Yep.
Wilson, he's under the center. Motion to the left. He takes the snap to give it to Malik Thomas. Malik Thomas heading for the corner and stacked up.
Yeah, they just read that play. I don't know if this is going to be a hold. Number 1.
Well, it was thrown from the back,
Hold,
Judge.
yes.
And yes, it's thrown from the back, Judge. And usually that's the indication
Yeah.
that it was a holding somewhere in there.
Hold on number 1, so that's going to back them up. South Paulding just read that play completely.
Yeah, they were all over it. You know, sometimes when you got a stretch play like that, I just wonder why that running back don't put his foot in the ground and just turn that ball upfield as opposed to trying to make that corner.
Right.
You know, because it was a lot of people waiting for him over there on that corner. It's going to back him up 10 yards. Brings him back to the 37-yard line, 38-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and about 20 yards to go. 10:56 on the fourth quarter clock. New Manchester breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the right. Wilson's under the center. He toss sweep to Santos. We were just talking about him. He stumbles and picks up maybe 1 or 2 yards.
It's going to be 3rd and 15.
McPherson checks in, as well as Hall.
You get the feeling that South Paulding coaching staff realizes that New Manchester's not going to throw the ball a lot, and they're just stacking the run. I think at some point.
Well, here comes Tabashi Thomas out here to your left.
Yeah, but they've got 2 guys on him now. I think they figured him out.
The give is to Thomas. Thomas gives it to Hall. Hall picks up maybe about 3 yards.
Yeah.
A little razzle-dazzle there. It didn't go very far. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 17 yards, but let's say 15 yards to go.
Yep, Malik Thomas is going to go back to punt the ball.
Botch snap on the last punt. Hopefully they can get the ball back to him. And he can turn this field over.
Yeah, 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
The momentum's on the Spartan side right now. There's a hanky on the field.
think they had 12 men on the field.
Yeah, they broke the huddle with too many men.
All right, there's a snap. Good snap.
Oh, he shanked it.
He shanked it.
Yes, he did.
It's going to be about a 15-yard.
They're going to come back up to about the 45-yard line of the Jaguars. 48-yard line. Well.
Yeah, so that's about a 10-yard punt.
Well, I don't want to keep harping on that, you know, the problems that the New Manchester had in the kicking game, but
right.
They're evident in here tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, kind of been a tough night for the punting team, that's for sure. All right, so we're going to ask the defense to really
stiffen,
do something here.
Norman's under the center. The give is to Boynes. Boynes breaks around the left side. He's knocking tacklers over, and he's down to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to pick up about 9 yards, maybe close to a first down.
He picked up 12 yards. It's going to be a first down on that play.
Yep, clock's going to go under 9 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
I tell you, Boynes looked like a different player this half.
He's always had that acceleration, but that defensive line usually catches him after about 4 yards. But
right,
looks like they may be winded a little bit.
Waylon Stone, he comes out over here to the right. Norman under the center. He takes the snap. The give is to Boynes once again. Boynes breaks around the right side. He's in the open, and he's great tackle. Wrestled down at about the 24-yard line.
No, that was a great tackle. I think he hurt him.
Yeah, he was really wrestled down on that play. And there's a penalty on the play.
This flag is way back here in the backfield.
It's a holding.
Now, they got a holding against South Paulding.
That's going to bring it back.
That was a late call, and it was way away from the play.
Yeah, the play was basically over. I don't know what happened back there, but certainly the official saw something. I mean, Boynes went by there so fast. That's probably why we didn't see it.
Yeah, he has some speed on the corner when he gets outside.
I tell you, he gets up ahead of steam. He is a load, but that number 18, no, number 17, Brandon Richardson, great tackle.
Yeah. And Mr. Bowens, he went out. I think he got hurt on that play.
He was
that
nicked
tackle.
up. He'll be back.
Yep.
Norman back to pass.
No,
he's looking for Boynes. No, he's all right.
Yeah, he just wasn't in the I backfield that time. He was split out on the left side as a receiver.
And that was somewhat of a wide receiver screen.
Yeah.
Boynes lined up over there as a receiver, and they faked the ball to Anderson, and Norman rolled to the right over here and threw it back to the left.
Yeah. I tell you, if you're a South Paulding player, you got to be in shape because these guys play both ways, and they don't play many players at all.
I think Boynes might be the only one that doesn't play on the
and the quarterback.
And the quarterback, those two. Norman's out of the center. Motion to the left. He takes the snap. The give is to Boynes once again. He's coming to the right, but he's knocked down. Great hit.
He gets almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up about a 3rd and 14, looks like.
Belted down by number 26, Kevin Walker.
Yeah, Kevin Walker, defensive lineman. He's had a well of a game.
He really came up and put a lick on him.
Yep. Him and Jaron Maup. This defensive squad for New Manchester, they'll stick you.
They are impressive. 3rd down, and it's about 13 yards to go. Norman surveys the field. He's under the center. He takes the snap. He's back to pass. The fake to Boynes. He's being rushed.
Yeah, good play.
Great catch. And that's old Josh Anderson again.
Out of the backfield. That play has worked for him all night long.
They picked up about 10 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 3.
They're going to go for it here.
4th down and 3. 4th and 5. More like 4th and 5.
Yeah, it's 4th and a long 5, but they're going to call a timeout. Think about it, but they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I think Coach Glenn over there thinking, hey, if we can get this ball in the end zone, that might put a nail in the coffin.
Yeah. I would certainly watch for number 35, Josh Anderson, coming out of the backfield on that little pass. It's worked 4 times.
Yeah, they've used him a lot on that particular play.
Well, they hit him that time.
But they've used that guy a lot everywhere tonight. They've used him running the ball. They used him, and you know what he's doing on defense. So he's a real workhorse over there. But, you know, this is 4th and 5. That's a long ways to go.
Oh, yeah. Tough play, especially with this defense. They're playing
the way the
good.
defense playing, I hope the defense realizes how important this play is. If they can get these guys stopped, that'll give momentum. That should give New Manchester the momentum to want to go down here and put another, at least a field goal, maybe a touchdown on the board. And, you know, that can really put a lot of pressure on that Spartan team over there.
Yep. To check out the schedule for replaying of this game, be sure to go to mycitytv.com. That's MYCITI TV.com. It will be replayed several times coming up next week.
Norman's under the center. Motion to the left. Fake to Bowen. He's throwing.
There he was. Oh. They were
almost picked off. So
they were going to Josh Anderson again.
You called it.
Yeah. I mean, it's worked 4 times. Why not? All right, so we're going to get the ball back. New Manchester, 7:52 to go here in the 4th quarter. Only trailing by 3 points.
You know, your instinct is to want to intercept the ball and want to put that in your category, but on that particular play, I think that's one you don't intercept.
Yeah.
You know, you lose about 20 yards on that play if you intercept that ball. So, well, here we go, New Manchester. Well, that momentum I was talking about, they have it. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Josh Wilson trots out.
Yeah, got plenty of time. 7:52 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Trey Wilson, that is. He trots out. He's surveying the field. He's under the center. Motion to the left. To give it to Malik Thomas. He's got an opening over here. He's around the corner. He picked up.
Oh, good stiff arm.
Great stiff arm.
Great.
He picks up about 10 yards on that play. Now, that was a stiff arm.
He has knocked my man number 2, Mr. Hackett from South Paulding, all the way on the other side of the New Manchester bench with that stiff arm. All right, so picked up 9 yards, 2nd and 1.
There you go. I think they realize the urgency of this drive. This is a big drive for them. It's not. There's 7 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock. They can use a lot of clock right here and get this ball into the end zone. It would look good for New Manchester.
Sticking with the wing tee.
Wilson, toss sweep to Santos. Santos breaks it around the right side and picks up about
6 yards. First
down. Here we go. The Jaguars are driving. Down 10-7. Needing a score. Field goal and hopefully a touchdown. But
Coach Cleveland sticks with a wing tee. Got a motion man coming to the left. Straight up the middle with Santos. He drives forward for 9 yards. Hard running. It's going to be 2nd
hard,
and 1.
tough running. I don't know what Coach Cleveland said to those guys, but, man, they have really come out on fire this series.
Yeah. I guess Santos was okay. They were just saving him, giving him a breather. Because they put him back in here with 8 minutes to go in the game.
I think he's mad because he didn't get to play in that 3rd quarter. That's what he looks like to me. DeMontez Fielder checks into the lineup. He's over here to the left. Motion. Give it to Malik Thomas. Malik Thomas is knocked down for a loss of about 3 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5 yards to go.
Yep, Jack Young, number 25, just slipped straight through, unblocked, made the tackle. He's going to lose about 5 yards, bring up a 3rd and 5 for New Manchester.
3rd and 5, crucial drive. Wilson looks to the side. He's got the play. DeMontez Fielder, like he's bringing the play into him.
That clock going under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Wilson split side ride to the right. Oh!
Bad snap. Bobble the snap. Number 32 came through and just blew up the play. That's Joshua Petway.
Somebody missed an assignment there. He just blew through that hole.
We're going to have to punt it.
Yeah, they have no choice but punt it right here. With 5 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock, the Jaguars are going to give the ball back to the Spartans. Deep to receive, Trayvon Simmons for the Spartans. Malik Thomas, he's back to kick. It's a botch kick. He picks it up.
Oh, good
Gets
punt.
off a
Spiral.
good spiraling punt. Tail dragger. Simmons picks it up, and he's knocked down up at about the 23-yard line.
That was about a 42-yard punt.
Now Malik got off a good punt that time.
He did. It was a terrible snap. Rolled to him, hopped about 4 times. He picked it up, kicked a little 42-yard spiral. That's how huge is that.
With a tail dragger.
Yep. Yep.
Well, they turned the field over right there. You know, they got the Spartans backed up into their own zone, and hopefully they can hold them. Norman's under the center. The give is to Bowens, and he's wrestled down by his towel.
Oh, Bowen's still in there. I bet he's got probably 150 yards tonight.
At least. And most of those yards coming here in the second half.
Right.
I never really seen him make a big run in that first half, but this second half he had several.
Yep.
Waylon Stone checks into the game. Splits out wide right. 2 receivers. Burks as well out here on your right. With Norman under the center. He takes the snap.
Anderson.
The give is straight ahead to Anderson,
Straight
and
up
he
the middle.
bulls his way up for a first down, about a 7-yard carry. First down.
Yep, clock's going to go under 4 minutes here with this snap. Anderson and Bowens, they're a pretty tough combination when that running game gets going.
They are. That Anderson, he is a load. 2 receivers come out to the right. Norman's under the center. He takes the snap. The give is to Bowens. Bowens breaks around the right side. He's up down to about the 40-yard line, spinning and turning, and picks up about 20 yards on that carry, maybe 30.
Great run, picked up 25 yards.
You just indicated that he had a lot of yards, and he just added to that.
Yep.
I think that defense is tiring. They've been out there a long time this whole game. They played a heck of a ball game. But looks like they're losing that battle in the trenches right now.
Yep.
The Spartans come up to the line. Norman under center. Looking out to his receiver. He takes the snap. The give is to Anderson, and Anderson, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Touchdown. Josh Anderson. That was a
Touchdown,
simple
South Paulding.
dive, but like I said, that defense is tired, and it showed on that play.
Yep.
He just stepped right out of 2 tackles. 2 guys hit him, and he just walked right out of them.
Yeah, Josh Anderson, he's had a well of a game.
You know, Coach told us that he was probably his best linebacker, but he never said anything about this guy running and bullying and running over folks like he's doing.
Yeah, if you'll notice his jersey, it's actually dirty, and they're playing on AstroTurf.
Hey, I like that because you remember I said you would never get dirty on this field.
Yeah.
This cat is actually dirty. That's
Yeah.
funny. That's good.
You
man.
know he's been in a game.
That's good.
So the extra point was good. So with 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go, South Paulding's going up 17-7 here over New Manchester.
Yeah, the Jaguars are gone 2 scores down. And that scoring drive was 4 plays.
1 minute and 20 seconds, so they struck quick. Josh
okay,
Anderson.
1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yep, that was about a 37-yard run by Josh Anderson to take it in.
Well, let's say that was 2 jumps. One by Anderson and one by Bowens, and that's about all that drive needed was those 2 guys. Like I said, there's no more victories for Coach Cleveland. He really wanted a win tonight, and he still wants to win. They got 3 minutes and 46 seconds, but they got a lot of work to do. Reggie Hall deep to receive as well as Malik Thomas. The kick is off. Hall takes this ball. He takes it out to about the 25-yard, 28-yard line. That was a decent return by Hall.
Well, as we talked before the game, Coach Cleveland's in his 2nd year here at New Manchester. And, you know, when you sign up to play in the 5A classification, you better be prepared.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, this is only their first year of varsity football.
Absolutely.
So we'll have to give Coach Cleveland a couple of more years before we say, you know, this program is not working. I think Coach Cleveland's on the right track. These guys have played a good football game here tonight.
Yeah.
And they're competitive, and that's all I think they need to be.
Right.
And that was number 12, Jacob Battle, on the reception. And he's dragged down once again by Jack Young. Jack Young's getting his name in there tonight pretty good bit.
One of the great linebackers the coach talked about before the game.
Motion to the right. Wilson back to pass. And he hooks up with Omari Jarrett, but it was not a long pass.
Small gain.
Maybe 5 yards, maybe 2 yards, 3 yards.
Yep, clock's going to go under 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Trailing by 10 points, New Manchester needs to put something on the board quick.
Motion to the left. Wilson back to pass. He's being chased. He just throws it out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty. I don't think he got that ball back to the line of scrimmage.
That's correct. Intentional grounding.
Yeah, you got to get the ball at least back to the line of scrimmage. Can't just throw it off to the side.
Right.
And that's a loss of downs.
I think you're right. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Intentional grounding called against the Jaguars. With a loss of down, it's now 4th down.
So we're going to have to punt it away here. I can't imagine he'd go for it here on 4th and 27.
Well, he trots out old Wilson. There he goes out there. And I mean, at this point, it's only 2 minutes left in the ball game, and you're 2 scores behind. I guess you got to try something. Thomas, he's wide out to the right. Wilson's back to pass. He's not looking for Thomas, and he overthrows Jared, and that's going to turn the ball over to the Spartans.
It's going to give the Spartans first down on the 15-yard line.
And I think they'll get a big load of Josh Anderson on this one. What do you think?
Well, let's hope not. Let's just hope they take a knee. But
well, I don't think so. They're going to give that ball to Anderson and let him run this clock out. They're not going to take a knee. Yeah. Maybe old Coach Glanton's thinking of playoff hopes. Maybe they should score, mate.
Yeah.
Things look a little better.
Had a little movement here.
The right tackle over here jumped up.
Yeah, Rodney, while we got a minute, we want to thank the City TV staff once again. Stevie Jones, our statistician.
He's been great tonight.
Yep. Jason back in the truck. Does a great job.
In his virtual truck.
We got Kelly, the engineer, Jared, the intern. We got Joe, main camera guy. And, of course, Nathan, the camera down on the field, giving those great shots, giving up his body when he needs to.
Bowen takes a snap. He knocked down. Those Jaguars are not quitting. That's good.
Yep. All these guys do a great job. week in and week out, making us look good, sound good. So
They certainly do. I tell you, we really appreciate them.
it's a great service we do for the citizens of Douglasville. All these players, their parents, grandparents that can't come out to the game, they get to watch this replay several times during the next month and weeks, and get to see their kids playing and cheering and in the band.
Yeah, and get some of these kids' name out there and let everybody know what they're doing. So, you know, it's good stuff that they are here playing and working hard, and good students as well. There goes Josh Anderson again, and boy, I think he got in the end zone.
Yep, touchdown. So Josh Anderson's padding his stats a little bit here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the score is no indication of – this was really a good ball game.
It was. Probably one of the best ball games that we broadcast with City TV so far this year.
Yeah, they broke it open in the fourth quarter.
Right.
You know, the Spartans did. But New Manchester defense, I give them a lot of credit the way they played tonight. They really played hard. Well, here's the extra point. Snap, the hole, kick is up, and it is good.
Is that good? That's Brittany.
And once again, that is Brittany Haviner.
Yeah.
She's really consistent on those PATs.
Yeah. You know, City TV Sports, we try to do all of the county football teams each year, at least one game.
Yes.
You know, we started out with Chapel Hill, Douglas County. That was a good game. And then we did the Lithia Springs Altoona game, which we saw Altoona, which is
the number one team in this region.
Yeah, and number 3 team in the state. Very impressive team. And, of course, tonight we are broadcasting New Manchester at this great facility. In a couple of weeks, we're going to be at Alexander High School, and Alexander is going to be taking on a team from Columbus, Georgia.
That should be exciting.
So we can't wait for that. So stay tuned to Channel 22 on Comcast Cable. We're telling you when we're going to be doing the Alexander game from Alexander High School. Alexander Cougars, I do believe.
The kick is off, and it rolls into the end zone. So the Jaguars will bring it out to the 20-yard line and start from that and see if they can't get something going with 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock.
So 1 minute and 50 seconds to go from New Manchester High School.
Well, hopefully they'll go out here and try to see if they can't get something on the scoreboard, you know, to make this look a little bit better. Certainly the Spartans didn't quit.
No, they came out second half. They made their adjustments at halftime and really paid off for them.
Tabashi Thomas is in at quarterback. The give is to Santos, and he's knocked down for no gain. Now that was C.J. McPherson.
Yeah, C.J. McPherson getting in some mop-up time here late in the fourth quarter.
He's the little scat back that they used a lot in the third quarter.
Yeah, they've used about 6 running backs. I would probably think that most of them are probably underclassmen coming back, got a couple more years. So
yeah, and
a lot of things to build on here.
Coach Rob doing a great job of getting those guys some experience. He'll need them down the road. Mm-hmm. Thomas takes the snap, a high snap again. The give is to Hall. Hall breaks it around the left side. He's out in the open. He's down to about the 50-yard line, and he's wrestled out of bounds at about the 45-yard line.
Yep, that's going to be 15 more yards.
That's going to take 15 yards onto it and get the ball down to about the 35, maybe inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good run. About a 40-yard pickup.
That'll give the Jaguars a chance to see if they can't get something on the board, and then maybe the old onside kick. What do you think?
Need a couple of onside kicks, but yeah, we could try. We could do them one at a time.
Well, you're not going to give up, are you? You know? You got to keep fighting.
It's good to see they never give up, you know.
No, I mean, that says a lot about Coach Rob. He's not going to let these guys quit. He don't care what the score is. They're going to play football. Thomas is in the shotgun. He takes the snap to give it to McPherson. McPherson gets around the right side. He's stacked up by a host of Spartans and drugged down at about the 32-yard line. Picked up about 7 yards on that carry. You know, I've seen Thomas. We've seen Thomas in that quarterback, and we've seen him at receiver, but I've yet to see him throw the ball. So him being a phenom, I wonder if he's got an arm on him. Let's see if Coach Rob lets him throw it. He's back in the shotgun. Motion to the right. Fakes it to Hall. Stiff arms. And I think there it goes to Bashi. And he's knocked out at about the 1 yard line.
Wow.
There's another flash of that brilliance we've been hearing about.
He's impressive, I tell you.
He certainly is. I tell you what.
I thought they had him in the backfield. He came close to going down and picked up 30-something yards.
Well, he shook one player, and one of the impressive things was he put his hand on the ground, regained his balance.
Yep.
So this kid's got balance. He's got everything.
Yep. I may have to go meet this kid after the game.
Yeah, I want to find out who. I've been asking some of the fans, who is this guy? No one's been able to tell me. But there goes Hall, and he's going to lose about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, the clock's running.
13 seconds left.
We're going to call timeout here, just like Manchester is.
Yeah, they're going to try to make this look a little bit better, see if they can't get this ball into the end zone. Well, that no-quit attitude by Coach Cleveland, you know, the fans got to like that.
Yeah, trying to get something to build on for next week. They've just got a couple more games. What are they? They're 2-5.
Yeah, they got 3 games left.
Yeah, so they're going to go to 2-6.
They got Villa-Rucker and I'm not sure who the other 2 are.
Yeah.
3 more games left.
And then South Paulding's going to go to 3 and 3.
Yeah, this will make this 3-3 for South Paulding.
Yeah, so they've still got 4 games left.
Mm-hmm.
So they had 2 byes already this season. So.
Oh, Hiram, that's the other team that they're playing.
New Manchester?
Yeah, they're playing Hiram and Villa-Rucker, I think. Those are the teams that's left.
All right, so 12 seconds to go.
Hall motions to the right. Thomas takes the snap. He's heading to the end zone. Touchdown! Tabachi Thomas.
Oh, my goodness.
He got in there.
He scores with 5 seconds to go.
And there goes the clock.
What an impressive freshman for New Manchester. Tabashi Thomas. I'm gonna remember that name.
Yes, I don't think you will have to remember it. That name's probably gonna be heard around here for the next 4 years, the next 3 years. I know they'll be heard a lot.
True freshman for New Manchester. He's probably got 50 yards receiving.
At least.
Yep, he's got a touchdown rushing.
A touchdown drive of about 80 yards, we should say.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get him a 2-point conversion here for the hat trick.
Thomas give to Hall, and he's stacked up. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, the clock does not start on a 2-point conversion, so we still got 5 seconds to go. So you're going to get your onside kick, Rodney. At least one. So 5 seconds to go. It's 24-13, South Paulding.
You know, that was something that plagued them again, was the kicking game. They had a lot of mistakes in that kicking game, as well as a lot of penalties and things that they just got to work on. Fundamental football, that's what has to happen. Coach has to get back to fundamental football and hopefully fix some of these mistakes these kids been making, and maybe they can get a win, a victory, even 2 victories in these next 2 ball games.
Yep. If my broadcast partner Miko Bursic were here tonight, he would be telling everybody about how important special teams are.
Miko always talks about those special teams.
He'll be having a fit tonight.
His thing is every game is going to come down to what happens on those special teams, and a lot of times he's right.
Yeah, just about every game, special teams have a big part.
You got to work on that like you work on your offense and your defense. You got to work on the special team just as hard. Well, here we go. Old Jesse's going to try to see if he can get us an onside kick. He topples it. It rolls back into about the 20-yard line, and the Spartans cover it up, and that's going to be your ball game. I think you'll get your kneel down right here, Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was a fun night of football.
It was a good game.
It was.
Yeah.
We had a lot of excitement in the game. 2 different halves where we had New Manchester winning the first half and the Spartans dominating the second half.
Yep. Coming out of the locker room, they made the adjustments.
I think everything went well for New Manchester tonight. Coach Rob, he's got this team. This is his first year of varsity football, and these guys out here fighting hard every game. They're not giving up. I like that.
Yeah. Defense played well until they wore him down. I mean, obviously he's not playing a lot of guys on defense. South Paulding just wore him down and took control after the second half, and kind of got some scoring and just kind of put the game away. But like you said, the score really doesn't depict what kind of game it was.
No.
And I think if New Manchester would have came out early in the second half and maybe put a touchdown on the board, I think he would have had a different ball game.
I don't think these fans expect these guys to just come in here and, are in the playoffs or win the state, only the first year of varsity football. But they do expect them to get out there and fight hard and, play football and have fun and give them something that they can go home and talk about at the end of the night. And I think they did that tonight.
I think so too, and they've definitely got something to talk about with this freshman.
I'll be talking about him. I bet you that.
Yep, Tabashi Thomas. I mean, he's an athlete. He did everything tonight that they asked him to do, except throw the ball. And we didn't see him try, but he certainly caught the ball, ran it in for a touchdown, and he ran took control of the offense at quarterback for that 80-yard drive.
Certainly did.
And ran them down and scored. So, if you're looking for something to build on as far as Coach Cleveland, he certainly has a young athlete here to build on. And as he said earlier, most of his kids are 10th graders and 11th graders, so that he's playing. So, he's just going to have to settle in. The fans and the parents are going to have to give him a little bit of time here because, they're playing in a 5A classification, and it's going to be tough for a couple of years. But he's a great coach, and they're just going to have to give him some time.
Yeah, he's got a good system, and he got his defense playing well. So,
yeah.
But that being said, I guess that's it for tonight.
Yep, it's going to do it from New Manchester High School. The final score: the South Paulding Spartans 24 and the New Manchester Jaguars 13. For Rodney Moreland, I'm Bennett Oliver. For all the City TV Sports staff, we'll be back in a couple of weeks at Alexander High School for our next broadcast. But until then, appreciate you joining us, and have a great evening.
Thanks for watching.